Well, a teacher has been fired after he said he was joking, but this is what he said. He did a video on TikTok about the things he does to his students, including crop dusting them, and he was fired.
Teachers, if a student is annoying you, just remember, you can lie. I teach history. I tell my students the wrong stuff all the time when they annoy me. I tell them that Abraham Lincoln invented the car. That's why it's named after him. I tell them Logan Paul and Jake Paul had a great-grandfather named Paul Revere, because they don't even know how names work anymore. And I crop dust them. And then I just let it stew. And then I walk away and I go, oh my God, it stinks over there. And then they have to sit with it. And you know what? They can't fire me because they need me too badly.
And then,
they did.
They fired him.
That's whack.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
we have teachers, not parents. Well, yeah, probably some parents, but teachers. You cannot catch a break as a teacher. This man is obviously joking, right?
Yeah. I mean, if he's not, then maybe. But I think he's kidding.
But the kid's like, he farts every day.
Every day. He's terrorizing us. That is what TikTok is about. You are creating content to entertain the masses.
Right.
That is what it's about. He didn't make any sort of admission that would make me think that he needs to be fired.
If anything, he has a sense of humor, which in history, you probably need, or any teachers, if you can make it interesting.
Yeah.
If he's doing this on TikTok, he's probably entertaining as a teacher.
It seems.
Right.
It seems like he would be. This is ridiculous.
Probably the teacher that was, when I say inappropriate, but as far as joking, was an AP history teacher that I had.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours was science, where we were just like.
And he would talk trash to students, and he was so smart. Like, he was so quick. I mean, he'd get you on stuff, and then, but people liked him, so it was fun. You're like, we have a teacher that can actually joke with you, and he would make fun of you and talk trash.
I think it makes you more of a human being. Very, very relatable, and it's fun, and then you're eager and excited about learning, as opposed to just going in every day and opening your books, and then it's boring.
Especially
People tune
with history,
out.
yeah. Another teacher resigned. Now, I think Katie might feel a different way than I do. I'm not sure.
Okay.
She resigned after people said they were doping their students with melatonin gummies.
They found it was melatonin gummies. They did find the bottle in the classroom, from what I understand. We just noticed, at least on 3 occasions when he came home, he was completely lethargic. He was stumbling to get off the bus. She had called me a few times asking, what do you do at home? What do you suggest at home to get him to calm down? He's very active, and we sometimes have a hard time getting him to focus back on the task at hand.
Is a kindergarten teacher?
I don't know. Is that what he was in kindergarten?
Kindergarten,
okay. Yeah, I feel a certain way about this.
Go ahead.
Number 1, I drug my own children. All
right.
Number 2, it's not drugging, you idiot. To me, this is the most overblown thing I've ever heard in my life. This is a misrepresentation of information at its finest. First of all, melatonin, not a drug. Okay? You can buy it anywhere, anytime, any place, no prescription.
It's natural, right?
It's natural. You can buy it over the counter. It comes in all sorts of forms. You can swallow it. You can chew it. You can find it in a gummy. I think there's a liquid form. We've used it all. The fact that did he eat the whole bottle? Is that why he's stumbling off the bus and wandering down the hallways?
Right.
Please.
So Katie here for drugging kids. All right.
I got you. You're not drugging. Now, do I agree that the teacher was giving your child things that you don't know about? No, I'm not for that.
You can't do that. I mean, you can't.
Absolutely not for that.
Right.
Because, no, you just can't.
I think if you send your kid with like Tylenol to school, they have to let the front office know and all that stuff.
My mom is a school nurse and has been for the past 25 years in the Catholic schools in Charlotte. And I will tell you, there's not just, I sent Jimmy with some Tylenol and the teacher can give it. That's not how it works. At all. There's protocol. There are certain legal ramifications. I mean, you have to really go through every single tier at the schools to be able to get your kids to take their medicine. Because lots of kids do, allergy and stuff like that. So I'm not for the teachers being able to give your child whatever they want. But it's just grossly exaggerated.
The parent was describing, you thought it was over-exaggerated, the stumbling, all that.
I really
But
did.
melatonin does make you tired.
It calms your mind. But then
people take it at night to go to sleep.
Like to calm your mind. It doesn't make you go to sleep, though. It's just kind of
Isn't
calming
it a natural
you.
way to make people go to sleep? Do I have that wrong?
No, it is.
Okay.
But it's not. You don't take it and you're just like.
Well, no, I mean it's not like
no. It's a drug would do that to you probably, but melatonin is just created to kind of mellow you a little bit and calm your mind. And then there are a million studies. For every study that says yes, it works, there are other studies that say no, it
like
doesn't.
placebo effect.
Yes.
You're like, I took something now. I feel better.
We give
100%.
melatonin to Wyatt every night before
Yes.
bed because we were
abusive.
we were having issues. He would stay, like, try to go to sleep. It would take 45 minutes for him to want to go to sleep because he just wouldn't chill out.
Right.
He'd get to the end of the night. He'd know it was almost bedtime, and he's like, the more active I am, the less likely you are to put me to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So then we would give him melatonin. After about 30 minutes, he would just want to sit, want to watch TV, and then he'd be like, I'm ready for bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd go and we'd lay down, and it'd take him like 10 minutes instead of the 45.
Right.
So it just helps, like, him mentally say, okay, it's time for bed, versus being like, well, if I just run around and jump, I won't have to sleep.
Right.
Well, we give
Yeah.
Ezra propofol, and that usually goes right out.
You know what?
I mean,
You're the parent.
no,
you do what you feel is right.
His mom's a nurse anesthetist, so whatever. It's easy.
fine.
She's a pro, so I mean,
Yes.
you just beat up the propofol,
He's
no
kidding,
problem.
by the way.
Yeah, I don't want your emails, your DMs. Like, I can't believe
It's just
I'm-
Xanax. Leave him alone.
it's whatever Tiger Woods took, and he was asleep in the
Yeah.
driveway. Whatever that was.
He's roofied. It's fine.
What was that he took? People said that it's a. Some
don't
people
know.
take it as a sleep aid or to go to sleep.
Ambien?
Ambien.
And then
yes.
also some people take it like before they had sexy time sometimes because it'd be insane
Which
and crazy.
I don't
yeah.
even know how that's possible because I was going to say I abused Ambien. I have taken Ambien and I also took Lunesta. I mean, that was
Yeah.
like back in the phase of life where you and I were in the trenches together. And we would
Yes.
come to work and then we would wish for the entire time we were here that we weren't here.
Yeah, when Jack Murphy was here.
Yes. So I would go to work and then come home and be like, I don't want to be awake anymore.
That's so honest.
So honest. Anyway, that to me puts you out, and then you wake up in the middle of the night, and you're just like, "Oh my god, I don't remember taking."
Yes.
It could be bad, right?
Yeah.
But having sexy time on that, you can't even control your body.
Yeah, I had a friend who
Right.
may or may not have abused Ambien one time on purpose.
Yeah.
And evidently, if you fight off the sleeping stage, you experience like a psychedelic feeling. And we were at a party, and he thought like he was in a jungle around us, and we're like, nah, dude. And he was like, can you help me go to the bathroom? And he was like, he thought there was a stairs to the bathroom, but it's just like a toilet was right in front of him. We're like, dog, like, I don't know, like, you should probably just go to sleep.
Just go to sleep.
He's fighting it.
Why
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
fighting it?
That's what I've heard. People who fight off the sleep so they can have sexy time, that it has some sort of crazy.
It's like you're awake in your dream.
I don't
That's
know.
what- that's what I've heard,
Maybe
but I
I'm
mean-
boring. I don't need any extra like excitement when it comes to sexy time.
Not that. And I can tell you firsthand, there was a college boyfriend who one time had the Ambien and was drinking some beers and nothing worked. So I don't buy it.
Man, that was so wild. All right, let's go to Ashley. Ashley, you had a comment about the teacher that resigned after giving students melatonin.
I do. You guys had mentioned that this was a kindergarten classroom. It was actually a special needs classroom.
Oh.
And you're talking about, dealing with kids who may have autism, ADHD, some type of disability. And the teacher is giving melatonin gummies to kids who have a disability that is causing them to be hyperactive or not able to focus during the day. I have a child who is in a special needs classroom in the Guilford County school systems. He is medicated, and I can't imagine a teacher willingly giving melatonin to a child without their parents' knowledge, without the school's knowledge. It's one thing to give it to your child at home, but it is a total different thing to give it to a special needs child.
It's a totally
You're
different
exactly
thing.
right. Thank you.
Special needs aside, we are adamant about we are not for teachers just giving any sort of medication to your
Right.
kid.
Right.
Let's make that clear. I
Your
thought we
point
did.
was the parent was saying the stumbling. Somebody goes over the top.
Yeah.
Celeste,
Did
you
we
have
not make that clear?
I thought you did.
I
She may
thought
have
we
missed
did.
the
Okay.
people joining all sorts
All
of
right.
different times. Celeste, go ahead. What do you want to say?
I just wanted to say that, again, the teacher giving, even if the parent was over the top, I mean, it's a kindergartner.
Mhm.
So their reaction to a medicine is going to be different than an adult.
That's
So
true.
they may have well been stumbling off the bus. And you don't know the dosage that they gave this child.
We don't, but
And
I'd
it's
like to know.
something that, so,
I'd like to know.
I mean, and a quick aside, the teacher who was giving false, Paul Revere and Jake Paul and RuPaul or whichever Paul, maybe that's why North Carolina is like number 30 in the nation
Yeah. Oh,
instead of the top 10 in education.
yeah.
Don't
Because
mind our kids.
Well, we're like 48th in pay though, right? So yeah.
We got some
Right.
serious
Just
Sallies
keep-
on the phone today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that whole
I
thing
know.
happened in Kansas. So
Sure do. Moved here, education, not so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your job.
Yeah,
What
we
if you got paid more?
there used to be a bumper sticker here: first in roads, last in education.
Yeah,
because we spent more money on roads and then we did our education. But
Yeah, I'm definitely noticing that as a transplant. Definitely.
Where'd you move from?
New York.
Oh,
Oh.
escape that hellhole.
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah, your road
Yeah,
sucks.
no. Well, yeah, but number 5 in the nation on education, so I take our education any day.
Yeah, all right.
But
Well-
keep drugging the kids, though. Good job. Thanks.
That didn't happen in North
In
Carolina,
North
by the way.
Carolina. It happened in
It
Kansas.
happened in
Right.
Kansas. But no, Celeste, we appreciate your
What is
passion.
that, Florida?
No, he said Kansas.
Kansas. You know,
Close enough.
the New York
All
of the
right.
Midwest. All right, Celeste.
New York of the
All right.
Midwest.
What's that? Joe Dirt. He's like, Kansas. Christopher Walken. He was from New York.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, when I was in New York. I mean, Kansas.
So it was a
Kansas.
Kansas.
All right.
I stabbed him in the face with a soldering gun.
It's like,
I love that movie.
oh, I do too.
Yeah.